Alright guys, quick video for y'all. It's been a while since I posted something. If you haven't been watching the news, we got hammered like dog shit down here in Texas. So this past week was a little crazy for us. So just doing a quick one. Me and my son, that boy right there on this 3rd gen Camaro, we've been working on this. What's it called? An Intellitronix dash. It's a digital dash. Yeah, Intellitronix. I don't know. I'll try to find the name of it and put it in the description below. But anyways, we put this in a while back, and after we put it in, a failed attempt of trying to hook up all the gauges, we gave up on it. And then over the previous week before last, we finally figured it out. And I just want to go over some stuff real quick. So if anybody's trying to hook up any kind of digital dash like this, it's kind of hard to find information. There's bits and fragments of information out there to kind of help you, but I'm going to hopefully make this as a one-stop shop video on how to hook this up. First of all, the blinkers work. Go ahead and turn your key on so we can show. Yeah, your blinkers work, which they're pretty easy. That I'm not going to worry about. If you can't figure the blinkers out, then you probably shouldn't be doing nothing. All right, so of course you got your voltage up here. Got your fuel, which we believe is working, because before it would just go to 99. So it's basically, I guess, a percentage, and I think it roughly stops somewhere around 75. So I guess we're about 3/4 of a tank.
I stopped around like 55.
55. I think the other day I saw it stop at 75. Anyways, we don't know how accurate it is, but that's hooked up to a purple wire that's coming from the fuel sending unit. And we just tapped into it off the floor. You see that little splice down there, because I cut the wire just to check it, and that wire actually came up in here, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we just hooked into the purple wire up in the dash into the corresponding wire to the to that piece. Now the two we do not have working right now currently is the oil pressure and the H2O, the engine temp. And reason being is the engine temp is going to require a different sending unit, which I don't know. Are you going to buy one?
The fans work off of it.
Well, we can add a second one on the other head, remember? Mm. So if you buy it, we can hook it up, and then that way you can see it in here. Mm. That's my recommendation. I don't think the parts can be expensive. So I have HP tuners, so we hooked it up, and we had the back of the car jacked up, and we did verify the speed. It was dead nuts. I think it might have been 1 mile an hour off. The RPM. The nice thing about this RPM is it doesn't sit there and fluctuate like some RPMs do. You know, like if you're watching HP tuners, you'll notice that the numbers are trying to keep up with the idle. So you're like 523 all the way up to like 575. It's bouncing all over the place. So the nice thing about this one is it doesn't do that. It's pretty steady. It goes basically 100 at a time. So it doesn't drive you nuts sitting there just going bonkers trying to keep up with the RPM. Other than that, we found the wires that run from here out here and tied into the corresponding wires coming out of the ECU. I don't remember. This is a white wire. Do you remember which white wire that was? Shit. Well, I have it labeled as tack. It's a white wire, runs back all the way to the ECU. I don't remember which one that was. But if you go on LT1 swaps, there was a couple of them that we figured out, and we tried this one and found out that it worked. Now, to make the tack work efficiently, like you'll probably find a lot of places, you have to add 12 volts to it and a resistor. So that's what we have going on here. I have the resistor soldered in. I'm getting ready to heat shrink it. 3.3K? Okay, so that's what we ended up using. Dude, how is that buzzing? Oh, there's a B imp in there. Come on, Mr. B, get out. All right, B, go. Be gone. Yeah, so we went to Fry's Electronics. 3.9K is what we're using. Some people are saying like 1K and stuff like that. They didn't have 1K resistors, so we went with 3.3, and it seems to work just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all soldered up, show you how we did that, which you see a part of it here. But I'll show you how we jump power off, because you got to add power to the tack in order for it to work, because apparently the signal is not strong enough. So get that done, hook up HP tuners, and show you basically how accurate it is, and be back in a second. Coming back at you live, folks. All right, so here's what we did here. Slide that out the way just a little bit. So we got our 12-volt source, which is the 12-volt that runs the actual lights and everything. So we just piggybacked off of it, the little pigtail, put a connector on it, and then in here is the resistor, and then piggytailed it back in there, pigtailed it back in there. So now we have a 12-volt source, and it's also disconnectable. So let's go ahead and put this in, and then we'll start it up. Lighting is awesome today. Yeah, remember, don't grab your blinker. It's a bit of a pain to get in there. Oops. Hold on. I was trying to get this out of the way. Guess it'd be easier if we actually drop the column out, drop it down. But we don't like to do things easily. Tuck your wires up. So like I said again, the only ones that aren't hooked up is the oil pressure and the engine temp. Let me make sure everything's out of the way. I'm gonna do a quick test drive. We'll just start up, show the what you call it. You still got wires hanging out.
Keep trying to push them back.
There you go. We can show them the RPMs, and then I'll go get the HP tuners. I'll be back. So you're right around 600. It stays pretty steady. 5 to 6. So that's nice. All right. Let's see what she do. Remember, it might scrape a little bit when you go out. Disconnected. That's fine. Yeah, I see it right there. We never did put a clamp on it there. No. Just pulled it right out of that collar. About 4 or 5 miles. Yeah, about 4. Alrighty guys, so this is going to be somewhere in the video. Not sure where I'm putting this part, but in any case, I'm trying to make this as simple and cut dry of a video as possible for anybody that is doing an LS swap and is trying to get gauges to work. If you're having any kind of issues or unsure of how to get them to work, what we have here is an Intellitronix. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. Don't mind the shot. I'm kind of just moving the GoPro around. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Let me see if I can find it again. This is on my son's car. This is on a 92 Camaro, 3rd gen Camaro. So let me see if he sent me something on this. I don't remember. Shared content. No. Did not. Alright, let me see if I can Google it real quick. Okay, yeah. Here's the brand. Hopefully y'all can read this. Intellitronix. Now this isn't the one, so don't look for this unless that's what you're looking for is on a Chevy truck. But that's the brand that he has. Okay, hold that there. So we're wiring this up to the engine and everything. And as you've seen before, I had some video footage of it running and showing you off of HP tuners. It's pretty damn accurate. So just a quick walk around on how to install this. We have it hooked up off of the white wire on the green connector on pin number 10, and I'll show you that here. And if you have these, you should know what this is. If you've been to LT swaps, and I'm sure if you're this far you'll know where it is. So there it is, engine speed signal. Now that one there, we had to go with the plus 12 volts and the resistor, the 3 point whatever. It's in a previous clip, so I know I have that part in there. So just to recap on this, we used the white wire, pin number 10, added the 12 volts, and we did it inside the, we added the 12 volts in there. We made two piggies, you know, two pigtails in there. So that gave it the 12 volts to read. The vehicle speed did not need that for this. And what we did was come off of the dark green pin number 50. It's dark green and white stripe vehicle speed sensor. And that was in this menagerie of wires. So I soldered them together. They're soldered. I double heat shrunk it. Yeah, I guess that sounds better. Double heat shrunk it. So there's like a smaller white one and this red, and this is just Harbor Freight heat shrink. So, and then we just traced out, like there's this one right here is a pink. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, so there's a dark green. Hopefully you can see that. Dark green with white tracer. So that was pin number 50 off the same one. Don't mind this. This is just kind of temporary. He's not 100% on doing the wiring. I've done what's in here so far. This is all apart right now because we were trying to trace wires in here and see where they were going. A lot of them are gone up there. If you watched my previous videos on my personal 3rd gen, I tore my wiring harness completely apart and redid it. And once we're done with this, right now what we're doing is the floorboards. In here we're doing, we're trying to get the floor pan, just piecing it in there just to get it, because it was roasted pretty bad. So once we're done with that, the only thing left to get this car inspected, since it is a 92, is the horn working and the wipers in. The blinkers work, everything else works. Just in case that doesn't, let me show you again. Oh, here we go. I'll set you right here. Turn this tilt down. Okay, I'm just going to turn the key on. I'm not going to start it. So, blinkers. Good old-fashioned slow blink. And that one's pretty simple. You're just, all the wires that are back in here, you will find the ones that go for the blinker. So we just used a voltometer, and you can see the fuel gauge. It stopped up around 80 something when we were driving, and it ended up dropping down in the 70% range. And again, you know, there is footage of it working there. The only two we don't have hookup are these two. We're gonna need to figure out that. And this one here, I know they make another sending unit that we can put on the other head on the passenger side and hook this up, because we're using the we can't disconnect the other one because that's what controls the fans, the electric fans that are on this one. So if I disconnect that, then the fans won't kick on, and that's no bueno. So just a quick walk around. Custom hood that we need to finish up that as well. But so far it works. It's It's got an interesting look. So basically, it's the same cutout you would have with like the louvers. So we just used that on the underside of the hood, the underside, and we cut it out, or he cut it out. And then I just took some thin little 1/4-inch rod and welded it up, and then just went back and plated it. So we just got to go in here and, you know, I got to finish welding all that stuff. So anywho, so this is a quick video telling y'all how we've done this so far. And if I don't think we really found a whole lot online, so this hopefully shall help somebody. All right, guys, pass this video around. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if there's something else y'all'd like to see on what we've done so far. Stay tuned for more. Sorry I haven't posted in a while, man. It's been crazy down here, and I've been busy doing other stuff. So, and if you haven't watched the news this last week, Texas got hammered with a lot of ice and snow and kind of got shut down for a week. So there's that too. All right, guys, take it easy.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.